Hello, Formula One fans. Today, we've got a hot update straight from the paddock about someone who never shies away from the spotlight or from controversy, Max Verstappen. Recently, during the Mexican Grand Prix, Max was penalized twice by the stewards following heated on-track incidents with Lando Norris, and his father, Jos Verstappen, didn't miss a beat in taking aim at Red Bull over the situation. The F1 news world is on fire, so don't waste any time. Subscribe to the channel to stay on top of all the latest Formula One updates. Just hit the subscribe button below the video. It's quick, free, and no registration is required. This is F1 Fastline News, your daily source for F1 news. Let's get right into it. Max Verstappen received two 10-second penalties during the Mexican GP after controversial moves involving his main title rival, Lando Norris. On lap 10, Verstappen forced Norris off the track, and just 4 turns later, he crossed track limits, which the stewards deemed to be an unfair advantage. Despite these penalties, the Dutchman managed to finish in 6th place, while Norris reached the podium, closing the gap to 47 points. The interesting twist here is that Jos Verstappen, Max's father, took the opportunity to directly criticize Red Bull, suggesting that his son's aggressive racing style is a direct response to the underperformance of the RB15. He has to do this because the car isn't good enough, and he's doing everything he can to win the title, Jos stated. This remark underscores the pressure and criticism Red Bull has been facing, especially as their performance has dropped off compared to their rivals. Of course, Jos Verstappen wouldn't miss the chance to share his opinion on the stewards, too. According to him, Max won't change his driving style just because some of the stewards on hand don't feel comfortable with him. This comment raises questions about how drivers are judged and treated differently in Formula One. After all, is Verstappen really pushing the limits too far, or is he just held to a stricter standard by the stewards? Moreover, Jos admitted that the second penalty was at least deserved, but reiterated that Max won't be adjusting his approach. Max has to drive the way he wants. This fierce defense of his son's driving style shows that both father and son see aggressive racing as the only solution in light of a Red Bull that isn't delivering at the level expected from a team that was recently seen as unbeatable. Max himself mentioned that the main issue right now is the RB15's race pace, especially on medium and hard tires. The problem is we're just too slow, and that's why I end up in these situations, he noted. This comment is a direct criticism of Red Bull's performance and suggests that Max feels pressured to make up for the car's lack of competitiveness by taking more risks. In the Constructors' Championship battle, Red Bull is also far from the dominant performance they showed at the start of the season. The team has dropped to 3rd place, while McLaren now leads with 566 points, holding a 29-point advantage over Ferrari. Red Bull, which once held a comfortable lead, now sits 54 points behind the British team. In a championship where every point matters, this gap marks a massive shift. Now, all eyes are on the next challenge in Brazil, where Max is close to securing his 4th world title. But the real question is, how will Red Bull respond to this situation? With races still to come in Las Vegas, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi, the team will have to find a way to regain their pace and, hopefully, get back to fighting McLaren and Ferrari on equal footing. But will the car allow Max to truly showcase his talent without resorting to aggressive tactics? Shifting gears. Are we witnessing a paradigm shift within Formula One? Would Max Verstappen still have this aggressive approach if he had a car competitive enough to maintain the lead without taking so many risks? And can Red Bull adapt quickly enough to prevent this gap from widening further? The future of Red Bull and Max's approach in the upcoming races will surely be on the radar for all of us, fans and experts alike. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, what are you waiting for? Here, we talk F1 without beating around the bush, with strong opinions and tons of information. Subscribe, hit the bell, and join this passionate community of fans. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share it with your fellow Formula One enthusiasts. Let's grow this F1 fan community together. See you next time, speeding towards victory.